That's easy enough.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Here, this is for you.
A flower?
Hey, what's up, guys and girls? This is Midori, and I'm back with another episode of Draw Midori. Welcome back, guys and girls. As you can see, today I will be working with Cloud Strife, and I'm pretty excited to do this drawing. I just seen the trailer for the Final Fantasy 7 Remake, so I decided to do this drawing today for you guys. As you can see, this drawing is going to be a 2-hour drawing, so it's not as long as most of my other drawings. It's a little quick character study type of drawing for me. This is my first time drawing Cloud Strife, so I'm going to do it in my style, so it's not going to look 100% how the production design of Cloud is, but it's sort of going to resemble him nonetheless. As you can see, I started off already doing the skeleton pose, like what I do with 90% of all my drawings. I usually never draw everything completely out of my head anymore. Only when it's my original character I do that. But when it's a character study and drawing a character I never draw before, I usually always do the mannequin skeleton pose. So I try to figure out the perspective of where the body is converging away from the camera, so you can see where his chest is. Like if you pretend that it's a cube, the perspective line is on the lower right side of the screen, and his body is converging away from the camera. So you could just pretend his body is sort of like a building, and you have the front plane and the side plane. So that's pretty much how I'm visualizing this pose. And I'm going to be, since he's sort of like a semi-anime character slash realistic, it's sort of going to be really challenging to, draw his face and try to get the proportions right. Because, yeah, as you can see already, he kind of got that Natalie Nunn moon pie face kind of look going on with his chin. So, but yeah, that's how he's usually portrayed in a lot of his concept art. So it was a little bit challenging for me to sort of get that down right and make it semi-realistic and semi-anime-ish. But yeah, Cloud Strife is the main protagonist in Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, and also appears in the spin-off games of the compilation of Final Fantasy VII, including The Ridge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII, and Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, as a supporting character. An arrogant and proud swordman at first, Cloud introduces himself to Avalanche as a former member of an elite warrior unit called Soldier, who has turned mercenary and uninterested in anything beyond his hired task at hand. He later discovers more about his past and, with the help of his friends, learned there is more to being a hero than possessing physical strength and fame. Developing compassion for the planet and people he fights to protect the planet against his nemesis, Sephiroth. Cloud Strife wields a large broadsword in battle, including the iconic Buster Sword, and has access to the most powerful weapons in the game. His limit abilities involve his sword and are the strongest, but take the longest to learn. Cloud also has the best all-around stats. Cloud was one of the first 3 characters designed for Final Fantasy VII by Tetsuya Nomura, with influences from producer Yoshinro, scenario writer Nojima, and director Hironobu. Originally conceptualized by Sakagachu as one of the only 3 playable characters, the other being Barrett Wallace and Aerith Gainsborough, Nomura was called upon to supervise Cloud's various lines and personality traits, while Katatse and Nojima were in charge of developing Cloud's background and his relationship with Sephiroth. Cloud was one of the first persons created for the game by Tetsuya Nomura. Cloud's original character design called for slicked back black hair with no spikes. This depiction was to serve as a contrast to the long flowing silver hair of Sephiroth, and also became Nomura's thought it would be better not to use too many polygons. However, to make Cloud stand out more and emphasize his role in the game as the lead protagonist, Nomura altered Cloud's designs to give him spiky blonde hair instead, Aspects of Cloud's original design were later used in designing Angel Hayway for Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII. The image of Cloud and Sephiroth was based on Miyamoto Mushaya and Sagaki, famous Japanese warriors whose duo became legendary, and the swordsmen have appeared in many forms of pop culture in Japan. Now for a fun fact about Cloud Strife. His Buster Sword that he wields in all the games and in the movies was originally not his. His predecessor on the soldier team, Zack Fair and Angel Hewley, both wielded the Buster Sword before Cloud Strife. Yep, and everybody always thought that was originally his sword. It actually was not his sword because there were characters that were his superiors that wielded the sword before he even got a chance to wield the sword. So yeah, fun fact. Thank you guys and girls again for joining me, and you guys have a great day or a great night, and I'll check you guys later. Midori out.
You came.